All right, there it is. Boom. We are live with another episode of the Brownwater Banter podcast. My name is Jared Seymour.
My name is Joey Case.
Yes, and he's sipping on a White Claw, ladies and gentlemen.
White Claws.
Yeah, he's flashing that to the camera because he got called out prior to going live. And Joey, what's your take on that?
Own it.
Own it. Okay. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's one way to open the show. So we got a great episode for you here this evening. We have Bruce and Chris in the studio from the Pascagoula Men's Club. We're going to be talking about their fishing tournament that is coming up this weekend. Today is the 16th as we record. So what is that? 17, 18, right? Yes, June 18th coming up. It's going to be a lot to talk about. We're going to go over all of that. But before we do, like we always do, we're going to go over the people who support the show, man, right out of the gate here. We've been mentioning it. Hopefully you're getting familiar with the name. Hopefully you've made the phone call. If you're looking for a great local dentist, give Southern Magnolia Smiles a call, man. Look them up on Facebook or Instagram at Southern Magnolia Smiles and get to know them a little bit. Jump over to their regular website if that's more your speed at southernmagnoliasmiles.com. And when you're ready to book that appointment, just give them a ring at 228-215-1202.
Tell them we sent you.
That's right. Dr. Robbie Williams, he's got a great team over there. Friendly staff, man. We can't say enough good things about him. So go check him out. Get them teeth clean, man. Keep your mouth looking good.
Yeah.
Right up. Coming right up next is Hilltree Marketing. We had Jesse on the show not too long ago, a few episodes back. If you didn't get that one, go check it out. He's got a great story, man, of how he built Hilltree Marketing in the middle of a pandemic that we call COVID. Put together a team, man, and now they're here locally. They're right here on the Gulf Coast. They're building websites. If you're any reason you need a website, you're a small business, you're an entrepreneur, you make stuff in your house and you want to take it to that next level, hit up Hilltree Marketing, go over to hilltreemarketing.com, look at some of the other work that he's done. He's built some websites for some brands that you're probably familiar with if you're here on the Gulf Coast. And even if you're not, doesn't matter. Go check it out. Hit him up. Tell him that you heard about him on the Brownwater Banter podcast. You won't be disappointed. You can go look at brownwaterbanter.com because he built our website.
Award-winning.
And it's an award-winning website. That's correct. Moving right along. What do we have? We have Rocky, man, over at Cedar Swamp. Every time we bring up Rocky's name, man, in his business, everybody has good things to say about it. And I want to just bring that up for Rocky, man. You're doing a good thing over there.
He better have us in this week's magazine. Rocky, right now, if you're watching, I want you to take a picture of us and put it on live and send it so we can see if we're in the magazine or not. Because if not, we're going to delete this whole thing.
That's right. We're going to edit it out of the live show, right? No, man, Cedar Swamp over on Goche Van Cleve Road. Go, you hit the interstate and you head south. It'll be on your left if you're headed south. He's got everything you need, man. He's got apparel, hats, shorts, shirts. I don't know if he's got Brownwater gear yet. Maybe y'all should blow up his Facebook page and tell him that you want it in there because it needs to be. But no, he's got Matrix Shad, all your plastic stuff, all of your extra tough boots. He's got rods, reels, anything to do with the outdoors, man. Rocky's got you covered. He's busting at the seams over there at his shop. So go check him out. He does you got a rod or a reel, that's needs a little TLC.
They'll clean them up.
Rocky can clean it up for you. So that's a good deal there. And then last but not least, I don't have a photo for the live people, but coming on this month and going to be with us for a while. And we're proud of it, man. Taylor Law Firm over in Pascagoula, Mississippi. They specialize in criminal law, family law, civil litigation defense. Probably not the best boat you want to be in, but if you get there for whatever reason, you want somebody local that you know is going to represent you and take care of you because, that, like I said, man, it's not necessarily the best place to be, but you want somebody that you know has got your back. So give them a call. You can go over to or go to their website. It's TaylorCoxLaw.com or give them a ring at 228-696-0111. And again, tell them you heard about them on the Brownwater Banter podcast, and we sent you over there. So we're actually gonna have them on the show coming up before too much longer.
Super cool guys.
That's right. Tyler's gonna come on, and we're gonna talk about you heard him talk about it. We're going to do like defensive law versus prosecution. And we're going to have a prosecutor come on here with him. So that's going to be.
They're in the great city of Pascagoula.
Get down Gooler. What a great transition to talk to these two fine gentlemen. It's almost like we know what we're doing here on the show.
Roll right off the tongue.
That's right. So where do we start, guys? Do we want to start with the men's club? Y'all got a fishing tournament coming up. But like for people that maybe haven't heard about it, I know we had y'all on here before. Couple episodes back. It's been a while now, actually.
Yeah, it's been a while.
But just describe what the Pascagoula Men's Club is for people that may be hearing about y'all for the first time.
You want me to go first?
You go first.
So the Pascagoula Men's Club has been around, actually, I think it was like 13 years, like just this past week, I think it was. It's think it was just is it 13 years? Was it
13 years
yeah,
in June.
yeah,
There you go.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That was right. So
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy anniversary. Yeah,
I had to do that mental math
There
in
you
my
go.
head. I was like, oh, wait a minute.
I didn't bring my
I did
calculator
go
for
to
this.
I did go to Pascagoula High School.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, that explains it.
But so it's our 13th year. I think it started off with about 10 folks that kind of came up with an idea that they wanted to do something throughout the community to just give back.
Right.
Whether it was through community involvement, a little sweat equity here and there, or just basically whatever they could do to give back to the city of Pascagoula and make it a better place each and every day. So, and we've kind of, when I think I've been around about 6 years, and it was kind of, when I got in, they basically kind of told me the same thing. It's like, hey, it's all about what you put into it.
Right.
And I think that's kind of the motto that they carry. It's like, it's all about giving back to the city. And so we've done, a cast of amazing things.
Yeah.
And just so much. And when you get to the whole sweat equity part of it, when you get out there and do this stuff, you can walk away from it and say, hey, we did
feel good about
we
doing
did good
something
for
good,
those
yeah.
people. We did good for this community. We did good for that organization. We did,
Right.
and we're always, we got to the point where it felt good to be called back and say, hey, can you help us out here? Hey, can you help us out that? It's almost like we had the men's club bat light up in the sky. They were saying, hey,
Yeah.
come help us here. Come help us there.
Superman,
So
yeah.
Right.
it's fun. And it's also, you get kind of this feel good attitude about it. So, and that's kind of what, and if I missed anything, you can kind of.
No, but we do have a lot of, our membership is great. We always have excellent participation. I've been in several clubs over the years, and this is probably the best club that we always have plenty of volunteers, always
Right.
have plenty of participation.
And all the stuff that y'all do is for the city of Pascagoula, right?
Right.
Unless
Correct.
it's something major.
Yeah, we like I said, we've kind of branched out to some of the Jackson County organizations as well. If like the CASA folks,
Right.
we've reached out to the CASA folks on several instances, and a few other, if we very rarely say no. It's
Yeah.
just like it's most times when they come to us, it makes sense. It's a good part. It's something positive,
Right.
and that's what we want to do. But the bulk of it is the city of Pascagoula.
Right.
So but we definitely have, we've got folks that live, in Moss Point or such, whatever, just whether they've moved or not. We're not going to say, well, you can't be in here anymore, but
Right.
So, but it's a very fun organization to be in. It's a very positive influence on, like I said, what are we up to, about near 50 people, I guess.
Cool.
Now? Yeah.
Dang, that's cool.
It
I
varies
think,
a little
it varies
bit,
back
Yeah.
and forth, and I may be totally wrong on that, but I know that when people have lives and jobs, they
Tell me about it.
Yeah,
You got to make a sacrifice to go.
You might get this 15 people this weekend or this 10 people
Yeah.
this 5. So it's always, but everybody steps up and does their part.
And
Sweet.
y'all
So-
been to a couple of our functions. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I was
Yeah.
gonna bring that up.
But
It's
y'all's
like,
barbecue cook-off is awesome. I mean,
I-
we're modeling our stuff around y'all stuff.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
y'all are. I'm assuming, like you said, 50 deep-ish memberships, but it's a group of guys that are hanging out, and rather than, I guess, just sitting at a bar maybe and throwing darts,
Right.
y'all are banding together and still having
For
a great
good,
time
right.
because I
Yeah,
know, because
that-
I've been there.
Yeah.
exactly.
And actually, because it's still fun. I've seen
Right,
you guys,
right.
and giving back to the community that you live
Yeah. So that's the one.
in. Yeah,
the
pull it
biggest
up, pull it
part
up close,
is-
get up
there
close.
you go.
Yeah.
is a good time is definitely had.
Oh,
Before
yeah,
we're involved,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
that. We always, the takeaway is like, hey, let's go do the work, but let's have a good time doing it. So and
Absolutely.
that's probably the one thing that of all the members, we're all really good at having a good time.
Yeah, it's a
So-
lot of like-minded people.
That's a good prerequisite to have for a club like that.
Y'all like to eat,
Yeah.
fish,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
hang out, yeah, we'll do
Yeah.
And
it.
have some brown wine.
That's it.
There you go. Yeah. Speaking of that, that's the cut above, ladies and gents. Show up, Joey. There it is, right there.
That's that sip whiskey.
That's coastal, man. That's
Yeah.
right here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, over in the Kiln. So shout out to
I'm
Crittenden,
drinking
man.
another White Claw.
God, dog.
Here we go.
Yeah, you're trying to build a bourbon
Yeah.
brand on the internet, and he's drinking damn White Claw. Wow.
Delicious.
I apologize to our audience, ladies and gentlemen. I really
We
do.
just lost 3
We did.
sponsors.
Right. They're gone. But we got all the free White Claws that we want and fanny packs. So yeah, exactly.
That's just because your wife left them in the ice chest. Isn't that what it
Full
was?
red. We just got off the boat. Really just got off the boat.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
No laws
All
with
right.
the White Claw.
That's
right.
right. So we got a tournament coming up Saturday, right?
Yes,
Correct.
absolutely.
All right. Tell us a little bit about that. Tell us the history on it. How long y'all been doing it for a while now?
Yeah,
Right?
so this, of course, we were having this discussion over it. I think it's actually the 11th
11th
year
year.
that we did this Pascagoula Men's Club Inshore Challenge and Cobia and Snapper. Cobia and Snapper shootout.
There you go. That's a mouthful because I was trying to
Yeah,
type it and I was like, damn.
Yeah.
But so it's the 11th annual, but I think we missed a year with the COVID, and I started thinking about that. That's what kind of threw me off a little bit. I was like, okay,
I think the whole world missed a year, so I don't
we
think
did.
you're really.
It's like,
10 and a half.
Yeah, like
10.5.
10.2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw that flyer up there, Jared. So
But yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
So it's our, and this is kind of our biggest fundraiser event that we have, and it's well, I say biggest. It's been our biggest now that we have the barbecue too. It's kind of like an A and B function.
There you go.
Well, the
And,
barbecue hadn't caught up yet, but we're
yeah,
gaining.
So from the with the looks of it, it looks like it's getting close.
We're gaining.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's Saturday, June 18th, the Point Park, Pascagoula. It's the Inshore Challenge. That's primarily how the whole thing started, was the Inshore Challenge, which is your redfish, your speckled trout, your flounder,
Right.
and then the shootout portion of it, which is your cobia and your snapper. And the one thing we did differently this year is we have a triple tail category.
There you go.
So we kind of threw it.
Oh, blackfish.
Yeah, the old blackfish through it. It's basically kind of a shootout too. It's largest triple tail, and it has a payout as well. And then we have lunker categories for each one of the inshore divisions.
Yeah.
And then we have the redfish with most spots payout.
That's
as
a
well.
pretty. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a cool-
That is because if you've seen a redfish.
Yeah.
You always get the one or two, but then you get some that's like, well, there's like 27 spots.
That's
in this
right.
thing. It's like,
That's
You
right.
see
yeah.
that huge? We call it the one at Mr. Kenny's tournament last week was like
I did see that.
36 pounds. Didn't have a single spot on it.
Right.
Not a single spot. This is a big, gigantic croaker swimming out there. Not a single
Oh,
dot
wow.
on it.
Nice.
You don't have it still alive somewhere.
Bull
You go
crap.
down there.
Yes, we do. We do.
But-
We'll have to edit that out of the live video as well. So, what I can do, you got the flyer there, but I got it over here. I can read it off just for the people that are going to hear this on the audio part, so they can understand everything here. It's Saturday, June 18th, like we've already mentioned. But the first place you got a Inshore Challenge.
Where's the Pascagoula Point Park? I don't know if I've ever been there.
It's for all the. It's the point. It's basically at
The west end of Beach Boulevard.
yeah.
Okay.
It basically ends, and it's the west end of Beach Boulevard.
Is that where the place is at?
Oh
No.
no. We're,
Okay.
We're way over the bridge.
Oh, okay. So I got that mixed up. But yeah, I'll read it off real quick. The Inshore Challenge is going to be redfish, speckled trout, and flounder, correct? And first place is going to be $750. Second place is $500. Third place is $250. Then there's going to be a cobia shootout with first place being $1,000. Goodness, that's something there.
Yeah.
Snapper shootout, first place being $1,000, and the largest triple tail that's going to ring you in $500. And then redfish with the most spots is going to be $100. Correct? Captain's meeting will be June 17th. Doors open at 6 p.m. and the meeting starts at 7. Is that mandatory?
Mandatory.
That's
captain's
mandatory captain.
Mandatory captain's
Gotta
meeting.
be there.
And I would read off the sponsors
But
to.
there's a bucket load.
yeah,
full
and
of
it says, what is this? Family Fun Day from 2 to 7. Is that
Right.
Saturday? You're
Yes.
talking about Saturday?
Yes.
Okay, so it starts at 2, ends around 7. So if
Yeah.
you're wanting to come out and check it out, there you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, the sponsor list. So talk to us about that. Who's in
That's a
charge of doing
lot.
y'all sponsors? Because
Yeah.
maybe we need to hire them.
Yeah.
To be honest
It's
with you,
all
it's
50 people.
it's
Yeah.
Really? Well, then there you go.
Yeah.
That's
It's like
what-
the
it's a
baseball
gr-
player. Go
yeah.
home and get one.
That's
Go home
right.
and get one.
Exactly.
that's basically how it is. It's like, go out and get, so we figured out the more people you get, the more people know. So it's
Correct.
Like,
that's also true. Yeah.
Networking.
Yeah.
but that's honestly how this whole thing gets to go on. And, when you first get started and you first get, your sponsors are, they're like, okay, well, we'll help you out here and there.
Right.
But once they see the event happen a few times, now they're like, okay, this
Yeah.
is
Yep.
something
These guys are
good.
legit.
Yeah.
We want to get involved with these people and help them out. And then the fact that we have, not just this event, but other events, and then they see us at other events, they're like, okay, this is something, they see their return on investment, I guess.
Right.
Not so much just maybe in business, but through the community, which they're trying to be a part of as well. So it's kind of it helps out that
They're getting some bang for their buck.
right.
Yeah.
And more and more times we do this, they're like, okay, now
Well,
they start being
you
more
hear that
involved.
term all the time, like shop local, and it really does mean something, because these businesses, not only are they small businesses that live in this community, but they're the ones that sponsor your kids' baseball teams and
Correct.
sponsor your fishing
Exactly.
tournaments and stuff like this, where some of your bigger names, sometimes they do, but
Right.
most of the times they don't.
Well,
The
Yeah.
city's behind us 110%,
Yeah,
and Main
the city
Street,
helps out.
Yeah.
and so that really helps
Ma-
out.
I know Joey and I
that
talked.
Main Street is
I
awesome.
was just
Yeah.
That is
finishing
awesome.
Yeah,
Yes.
I work in Pascagoula. I work at Singing River Hospital, but I don't, I go to work and then I kind of leave. I don't hang out down there very much. But when we got to do y'all's barbecue, be a part of that, I was very impressed. I mean,
Yes.
what is that? Is it been like that for a while, or is it kind of a building back thing? What's the story on it?
No, I mean, we've been kind of partners with Main Street on several things, and they'll
Right.
call us all the time, and we'll help them out. They'll help us out. So
Right.
it's really been a good partnership
Yeah,
for
it has
many
the,
years.
yeah, the city's definitely been, like I said, we're not perfect at what we go through. Sometimes we might mess up paperwork here, but they're always like, "Hey, we'll help you out."
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
Dude, people
like,
don't realize what it takes to
Oh,
plan an
my
event
God.
until you
It
actually
is-
do one.
the
There's
logistics part of it
Yeah.
is just
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
So,
But you got to have this person sign it. Well, this person
Right.
can't
Yeah,
sign it
it's
until
like,
this
yeah.
person signs
Correct.
it. It's like,
Then you gotta-
then you
Correct.
got to drive it to the
Correct.
people over in Biloxi.
Yeah.
and it's like,
Correct. Yeah, but I think about it, like, how long has like Government Street, downtown OS been a thing, Joe? I don't remember when we were growing up.
I mean,
as
it
far
was
as, like,
there. It just
right?
wasn't as huge, big as it was.
I meant like foot traffic and people hanging out, the Friday,
Yeah.
Saturday night thing. Is that how Main Street is in Pascagoula? Is it a Friday night, Saturday night hangout place?
It's getting there.
That was
Yeah.
kind of what my original question was.
And that's a big goal of Pascagoula and
Yeah.
Main Street.
Y'all got
to get there.
is it the jury room?
Yeah, we got
Yes.
the jury room.
That
the
place
jazz
was really
club.
nice.
Yep.
Jack's by the Tracks. I went and ate there
Yeah.
not too long ago. Super impressed with
Yeah.
that place.
And you got the Jazz Club, and there's a new bar that opened up, the Dirty Pelican.
The Dirty Pelican.
and most
That
of
sounds
those,
like that sounds like our place, Joey.
Yeah.
And then you
most
have
of
old
those-
trusty Scranton's.
yes.
Yeah.
So,
Scranton's
is
delicious.
You got
yeah,
Brady's,
yeah.
and that's a restaurant.
Right,
It's
yeah.
not on Main Street, but
And I'll
They're
tell you
one
what,
of our good
the
sponsors.
Brady's,
Okay.
the Brady's are always on board with the Stephen and Chowder, are just flat out
beautiful
amazing.
restaurant,
Yes,
great food. I've
absolutely.
eaten
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're
Great
they,
view.
Matter of fact, they often fish in it, and
Sweet.
so yeah, they're
So
definitely
if you've never been there, it's almost like a big plus sign, right?
Yeah,
So
it
you
is,
got
yeah.
like it's just addition sign.
You talking about
It's-
for the Main Street stuff?
Right,
If
it
I would,
looks-
a good producer over here would have had that drone footage that we had. From
Oh,
y'all.
yeah, we
So
do have
we had a
drone
drone
footage.
snapshot, but I don't have it pulled up. So
yeah. Who's a
whatever.
good producer then?
Not me. I'm here. All right, I'm here. But no, that was a great event. So you're saying that this fishing tournament though is bigger for y'all right now than what
Yeah,
the
so
what the barbecue is.
well, it's just it is a bigger function as far as applicant, or attendees or fishermen more
Right.
or less. So yeah, so we get a lot more participation in
Mhm.
that. Obviously, the one thing you don't get to do is see them go out and fish.
Right.
You get to,
Right.
the
Right.
idea is to get to see what they come in with, but it's our it's been our biggest function. It's definitely the biggest logistics to put on function.
Actually,
it's-
our only function up until 2 years
Yeah.
ago.
Right.
So yeah, it was.
So
But it's like I said, a lot of people were like, "Oh, we could just find something. We don't have to do this anymore." I said, how do you not have a fishing rodeo?
Yeah,
Right.
if you live in the
It's
South,
like-
I mean,
it's
you live
like-
down here where we're at, you
so,
gotta
yeah,
have
so
it.
it's like, so this won't go away.
Good.
This,
Yeah.
Good,
this
good.
is something, especially when when all this, it was kind of hard to have crowded events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So now I think these people were looking forward to going because our response has been absolutely amazing.
People love it. People
Yeah,
like to
so
get
we're-
outdoors and have a good time
Yeah.
and compete.
And like I said, for the past few years, we're a bunch of men in a room trying to make decisions, which is like herding cats.
Yeah.
But so it's
Yeah.
and
I'm sure y'all got a couple ladies that are behind the scene that
Yeah,
kind of
there's
help y'all do
several
something.
ladies.
Yeah,
They
there's-
probably
there's
hold
a
the
couple
money.
of
'Cause
Yeah.
that's what ours do.
Right.
Ours just hold the money.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
So this we started the online thing, and like I said, none of us really know how to figure it out. We're like, somebody throw us a bone here.
Right.
But so we this year's been our best year as far as the online registration. which
Okay.
is
Yeah.
we've already
Pre-registration.
reached more
Yeah.
than half of what our largest number.
Wow.
So,
That's saying
yeah,
something.
So we're like,
yeah.
this
We
thing-
haven't mentioned this yet. Where
Yeah.
can people go
Where can we
online?
go
Let's go ahead and get
register?
that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's actually it's on the link on our Facebook page. It's on the link on that as well as there's
Yep.
almost-
Register here. I think I
yes,
can hold on.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll go, keep
Do
talking.
y'all
I'll
have,
steal it and put it in the
You
comments.
have local spots too that you can register at.
Yes, we do. Cedar Swamp.
Cedar Swamp's
Yeah,
one
you
of
can,
them.
you can register at Cedar Swamp and Nelson's.
Nelson's out there.
One
Sweet.
of our biggest sponsors.
Yeah, they sponsored us the first year at the Sheep's Head Showdown, and our sponsors got hit up so fast we didn't even go back over there to them, unfortunately.
All right, I'm dropping for the people watching right now. I just dropped the link in the comment section below. Now it looks like a Google. Is that a Google Docs link? What is this? Hold
Yes, I think it is.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Yeah.
You probably know better than we do.
Okay. Yeah, it's a Google form. So
yeah.
Otherwise I would tell you what the .com is, but I can't. So if you're listening to this on the audio, just jump over to our Facebook page or Pascagoula Men's Club Facebook page, and you can get the link there.
Or go to Rockies.
Just go into Rockies and
see if we're in the magazine.
Yeah, check it for us.
Let us know. Go to Nelson's.
Yeah, go to Nelson's.
Yeah, no, like Joey mentioned though, they were super good to us. They did sponsor the Sheep's Head tournament, and they let us go in there and put up flyers and stuff. Great group of people, and the damn store, man, looks awesome.
It's
awesome.
Great.
Yeah,
I went there. It was actually Memorial Day weekend, and we're all going out in a boat and stuff like that. So and amazingly, they had those the beanbag things that you.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, thank you so very much. My kids are going to be so happy.
You can't find them anywhere unless you order them.
Yeah. So they had them. It was awesome.
Yeah, Pascagoula is a city that's got a lot of history. It's obviously been there for a while, but I mean, it's a hardworking town. They do a great service for the military with the Ingles out there building the ships, man. If you've never been over there, driven over that bridge and looked over and seen all the stuff that they're doing with the American flag waving, you're missing out because it's something,
So I spent 25 years in the military. I was born and raised in Pascagoula. Spent 25 years in the military and came back, and I work at Ingalls. So yeah.
Okay. What'd you do in the military? What branch and what'd you do?
I was in the Air Force for 25 years. I was a loadmaster on C-130s. So every time I see them fly around, I'm like, yes.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And so now you're out of Ingalls?
You got your name on one?
Okay.
Now I'm out at Ingalls and giving back to that.
What you doing out there? Like civilian, right?
Yeah. I'm a civilian.
Retired.
So the position is called the facility security officer. So,
okay. All right. So you're the man. If somebody gets in trouble out there, they can see
all
you.
kinds of stuff. So it's
I bet we could spend an hour just talking about stories of stuff that you
just
see.
in the parking lot, just parking out there.
Yeah. It's a morning phone call every morning.
So don't fly a drone over there.
We have the no drone
It's
zone.
funny you say that because somebody said that to me the other day. They were talking about drones at work, and they were like, "Yeah, you should fly your drone over there and see if you can take some photos." I was like, "Look, I'm stupid, but I ain't that stupid." Yeah.
We could,
like flying over Keesler.
Does that happen though?
Yes.
People do that?
Yes.
Good.
What do y'all do? Knock them out of the air?
No, you can't do all that stuff forever. But
yeah, because you know,
guys, guys with badges,
for sure, because they know who launched that thing, and they can find out real quick and in a hurry.
It'd been cool if y'all could have knocked them out of the air though, with like a catapult or something.
I had a buddy who's was going down the Pascagoula River right there, and his motor went out and was floating towards some of the ships, and he started panicking. He was like, "Please, I'm not trying to come close." And I think he ended up throwing the anchor and figured it out. And I was like, "Yeah, don't float up next to one of those because you might get help that you didn't want."
Yeah, exactly.
A 50 cal.
Well, they might figure it out before they shot you.
They're pretty good.
They're professionals, right?
Yeah,
they're
absolutely
professionals.
But so it. But yeah, like I said, I mean, Pascagoula's got a ton of history, and it's a fun little town.
It is,
and growing up on the Gulf Coast, you've got like a barrage of fun little towns. I mean, you can go to completely different walks of life.
Correct.
Going down the Gulf Coast,
all connected by bridges.
So, yeah,
and what's funny too is if you talk to somebody from whatever town, whether you talk to somebody from Pascagoula, Ocean Springs, Biloxi, Gulfport, Bay St. Louis, Long Beach, it's like. To hear him talk about the other town, you think it was like two continents over.
Yeah,
it's like you realize like these towns are super close. Like, I don't go over there much. I ain't crossing that bridge. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not messing with that. It's funny.
Kind of like what we said earlier.
Yeah.
But Pascagoula, no, we don't know nothing about Pascagoula.
Yeah,
man.
It's true. It's true. It's like I've been through it, but I don't hang out down there very much. But no, it's a great town. So yeah, the turnouts have been good for the tournaments that y'all been having. Hopefully the weather's good.
Yeah,
that's always
supposed
a
to
big
be
factor.
beautiful.
I tell you,
it's going to be hot though.
It's always been like I said, it's always been a fun, good time. But like I said, when you get involved with an outdoor event, weather obviously has a play in it.
Always.
And like we were having a discussion coming over here, like the very first year that I mistakenly raised my hand and said I would do this.
Mm.
Because somehow that's how my name ended up right here
Head
on the
guy.
bottom of the thing.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Chief,
but
not
Chief.
Indian.
I was
Chief.
like, it was like worker bee, more like it. But,
There you-
yeah.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
So, but it was, we were literally like underneath the Singing River Yacht Club, and like the tropical storm had just passed through, and we had to make a decision of whether or not we were going to do it. And we'd moved this tournament from the August time frame to the June time frame. But I was like, it's in the beginning of the
right.
season. I was like, we're not
Should
gonna
be-
get hurt.
should
And
be
then
good, yeah.
Next thing you know, here
Right.
comes a tropical storm,
Yeah.
and we're literally standing on the, it was like a Thursday, and the tournament's on a Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
And we opted to I was like, we got to own the weekend. We moved it. We have to own this weekend. If not, another tournament's going to come up, next year. So
Right,
they
right.
have to know that we own this weekend.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
and it worked out. And we actually had a pretty successful, it wasn't as successful as the other ones, but we still had probably 50, 60 fishermen,
Oh, that's good.
which,
yeah.
right after a
Right after
tropical
tropical
storm.
storm.
Yeah, people are
yeah,
dealing.
yeah.
People are dealing with
Yeah.
damage sometimes.
I was kind of expecting one person to come up and like, I'm going to fish.
Right,
So,
right.
we ended up having like nearly 60 people. So, these people want to do this.
Yeah.
Oh.
These people, they want to go out there and do it, whether they think they're going to win or not, they want to be a part of it and go fish. So, so it's, some years are fantastic. Last year we had a fantastic year, and hats off to the men's club guys that stepped up and made that happen. It was actually one of our banners, and I knew once we shifted, to the earlier time frame and threw in the bigger categories, that it was going to start to walk bigger, and it has. And ever since we've done that, it seemed to grow and get bigger, which is where we want it to be.
Yeah.
What's it like at the weigh-in when people come and hang out? It says family friendly and fun. Do y'all got
You got food,
Y'all do
you
food
got all kinds of
vendors
stuff.
or what?
Food,
What's that like?
We got food. We got
got a
music.
DJ.
We got
Okay.
So it's if you come down to the point, you're gonna see like, oh, those guys are having a good time. So
Yeah, you don't have to
So-
just be fishing, right? You don't have to just be
Right.
weighing in a fish.
yeah.
Come down and hang out.
Yeah. So yeah, so it says what 2 to 6 for the weigh-in. That last hour
Yep.
is when it gets
You get a little rowdy.
Yeah, it gets a little
Little
rowdy.
rowdy?
It gets a little
Okay.
busy. It gets a little, but that's when the fish are coming in.
Where's the official after party after 7:00? Because I know y'all ain't going home.
Yeah, no.
No.
Well, I am.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you doing all the work though. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the people that are just
So,
out there hanging out.
Yeah, but of course, there's a ton of places downtown you can go to.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
We used to
Yeah.
have a band, but one year it got so hot
the
had a
drummer
heat
just,
stroke.
had-
Oh, I believe
That's
it.
not funny. I don't know why I'm laughing.
It's like
If they'd have been out there today, they
Yeah.
would have.
Yeah.
It was brutal today.
you're
Yeah.
all going to hell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'll hold the door for
That
you.
ain't the first strike. I can guarantee you
I'll
that.
be holding the door.
Hopefully
for
it's
you.
not
That's
the
right,
third
that's
strike.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's getting close.
So let's go over some of these rules. Registration is till the captain's meeting
Yes,
Friday.
absolutely. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the captain's so we
And that's
Oh,
at
yeah.
the Pascagoula Men's
at Pascagoula Men's Club
okay.
at 6
As-
o'clock, from 6 to 7.
Country Club.
I'm sorry. What did I say?
I said the same thing. It's
Men's club.
Pascagoula
It's
Country
country
Club.
club.
Yeah,
Okay.
Pascagoula
They
Country
can
Club.
Google that and get the address. No problem.
No problem.
Okay.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
Google that,
So-
people, so we don't have to.
Got cold
tell
beers
them.
there. Registration.
Yeah,
Oh,
in,
yeah.
in case you were, it's on Washington Avenue, right
Okay.
across from
Not in
the,
Ocean
right across,
Springs. We got a lot of Ocean
Yeah,
Springs
yeah,
people
right.
listening to
So
this.
Washington
Not that-
Avenue in
Not that
Pascagoula.
Washington Avenue,
Yeah.
right
right?
across the street from the beach park. So
All right. So when's fishing? First light.
first light, safe light on Saturday till the scales close at 6 p.m.
Okay.
Okay.
You got to be
So-
in line
Got
before
to
Yeah,
be
you got to
in
be in
line,
line, checked
yes.
in
by 6 o'clock.
by 6
Yeah.
o'clock.
And all these are there's no stringers, right? It's just biggest fish.
Biggest. So it's
Well, the inshore is first, second,
it's-
and
it's-
third.
yeah. So this first, second, third. So 3 redfish, which is your legal limit, right?
Okay.
5 specks, and then I think it's 3 flounder.
Okay. So it is
yeah,
a stringer.
it's whatever the aggregate.
Okay.
The rules are, and then it's actually 1 and 1 and 1 for the
Right.
cobia, snapper, and the triple T.
Gotcha.
So
Now,
yeah,
can you
biggest fish.
if you're registered, can you get first, second, third, and each category, or you
No,
only
you
get
get,
one tournament?
one person can only win one category.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
okay.
So a lot of people ask that question.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
why can't
yeah.
I win all 3 of them?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
you
so,
can't.
Yeah, because we said that's why. I didn't
Yeah.
realize the amount of like detail you have to have in your rules until we started doing our tournament.
Yeah.
It's got to be
Oh,
very
yeah.
specific,
especially
and it should be.
when
But
you have money involved.
Correct,
you can
correct,
get yourself. And
correct.
I was going to tell a story. It was the very first year I did it. It was right about the time of closing the scales, and you have to be adamant. You have to announce that. You have to be like, "Hey, the scales are closed."
I
And,
really don't want to hear this story because I think it's us.
No,
What?
no.
What are you talking about?
No.
We pulled up at a Pascagoula weigh-in, like in the parking lot at 6 o'clock, like running to the scales, and the dude was like, "Nah, it's done." I was like,
This has been a while.
it was
back.
probably about 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
All right, so we owe you a White Claw.
Oh, damn.
Speaking of that,
Yeah. Oh, not another one.
But-
No.
Either way,
Yeesh.
I don't know if I don't believe it was because I remember this, but like I said, when you have money involved, you have to follow
Oh, yeah,
the rules
for sure.
to a T. And these people happen to be trying to call me and say they're on their way, and they got there like 10 minutes after the fact, and
That's not even
Scales
close.
are closed.
Yeah, that's
And
not
then-
even close.
yeah.
But their wife ended up like berating me in front of like everybody.
no, that wasn't
It was
us.
like,
That
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
us.
it was not-
I was about to say, if that was Joey, we're in the
No,
show right
that
now.
wasn't us.
Yeah.
I'm not talking. I mean, I get that, everybody gets upset that, it's hot, and stuff like that. But I was just like, I cannot believe that. I was like, you can have your money back. It's like-
No, I mean, come
Hey,
on.
rules are rules.
No, I mean,
Yeah, I
you
was
said
like-
10 minutes. I would have, if it was like scales closed at 6 and they got there at like 6:01, maybe.
Yeah, but you still
Maybe,
can't.
but
When you
it's-
got,
Yeah.
when
No, I
there's-
know.
Because
when
if you
there's
win
money
something that
involved,
skipped,
Correct.
yeah,
Because
six
if I'm,
yeah, you
if
didn't
I'm,
follow the rules.
That's
That's
why you got
like,
the weight master sitting there going
yep.
53,
And we
54,
annou-
55.
we announced
exactly.
We
Yeah.
announce it like, hey, 5 minutes till scales close on the PA.
Yeah.
So everybody
we
knows.
we
and
count it down.
It's,
So
it's videoed.
59, 30, we count it
So
down.
correct,
Yeah.
correct. And you got to have somebody wherever you're like, if this is the line you have to be in, somebody needs to be at the end of that line.
Right. So
And scales are closed, and that person
Yeah.
says, all right, nobody else.
That's right.
right.
Nobody else.
And we've got a Jack Northup, one of our great friends, big.
Security.
But yeah, he's like, I'm like, Jack, when I say it's closed, you say it's closed.
Yes.
Yeah. 'cause,
Yes.
He's the
Yeah.
enforcer, huh?
yeah, he is. He's a fantastic guy. Though. He's actually the past couple years has been one of the backbones to this. So he wanted to come today, but it's his birthday today. So
Well, happy
happy
birthday.
happy birthday
to the
Jack
enforcer.
Northup.
Yeah.
One last thing, redfish. Is it a slot or is it the biggest redfish?
It is slot.
It's
so
slot.
So
Okay.
we have lunker categories too, and that's on the registration form. So each fisherman can enter separately a lunker category. So it's $10. Say if they want to do a spec lunker, it's $10. They want to do redfish lunker, it's $10. Flounder lunker is $10. So, if they enter those categories for the redfish portion of the lunker, because you're allowed to keep one outside the slot,
Over 20.
you can enter that fish in a
the
lunker
lunker
category,
category.
but it can't be in your aggregate
Stringer.
category.
Has
Yeah,
to
that
be
makes
in the
sense.
slot limit.
Right. It's
Okay.
slot 28, I'm guessing.
Right,
Pinch
yeah.
tail, sweep.
Right.
If it's good 28, you're good.
Does this tournament, if you already said this, forgive me, does it benefit a specific cause, or does this go back into just the general thing of what y'all do
Yeah.
all throughout the year?
Yeah.
This is our one of our events for our fundraiser that we use to give back. to the
Right. So it doesn't go to a
community.
specific thing. You kind of put it
No.
in the purse and then do
Right.
do
Like I
whatever.
say, for many years, this was our only fundraiser
Yeah.
that tried to.
Because y'all are not nonprofit
Right, right.
organization.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that,
People need to understand that.
yes,
Yeah.
and that tried to carry us all year long, and so that's why we came up with the barbecue and said, okay, we
Man,
could-
let's talk about that though. That event, I know we mentioned it, but that was a really good event, and y'all really did a good. I love the way it was like it was free to the public, and you only paid if you wanted to sample the products. I think that was a great way to do it, for sure.
we've had really good success, knock on wood. But,
Yeah.
Uh,
Great weather that day. It was kind of overcast, and it's a good time of year.
right.
And it was a little windy, but that made it even better.
Right, right.
Really.
Yeah, in October you usually get great weather, and that one year it was a little overcast. We had rain early that morning, but it cleared
Yeah,
up,
quick.
and it was like a light switch turned
Yep.
off. I mean, and people just started, and we probably get more general public going to
Right.
the barbecue because that's the function and the reason we did it downtown, we're trying to pull people into
Correct.
downtown
Correct.
to
Same-
create that
correct.
like
Yes.
like Ocean Springs has.
Correct. Correct.
Mhm.
You
Correct.
know?
And I'm selfishly asking these questions now. Did y'all get involvement with the local businesses down there? Do y'all talk to them and they're like, absolutely sure? Because y'all had the street shut down and everything,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
the
yeah,
police-
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No.
But well, the police they go
You
Friday,
first.
You first.
you know, Friday at about 5:30 because
Yep.
there's a lot of professional officers.
Write this
down
down.
there. And
Write this down, Joey. Write this down.
so the police come in there and they shut the roads down as soon as everybody exits, and that's when the teams start coming in and setting up.
Yes.
And all that, and we do like the jury room. They do specials in the morning. The jazz club does specials, and all the businesses downtown really get involved in it.
Yes.
And that was one of our rules when we started the barbecue is we're not going to approach any of our sponsors that do the rodeo and go to them again for the barbecue. So we had to go out and try to find new sponsors and kind of build on that, because if you're a
you're
business,
constantly
you
hitting them up.
know,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
Oh, yeah.
But what we found out over the last couple of years is a lot of the sponsors in the rodeo say, "Hey,
Why didn't you call us?
Why didn't you
yeah,
call us?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
we
Well,
have
that's a
a-
good thing.
Yeah.
I
It
mean,
is.
Absolutely, it's a good problem.
so
to
we have a
Yeah.
lot of dual sponsors now
yeah.
that sponsor both of them."
Yeah. People don't mind putting their money sponsorship wise as
When
long as they have the budget
Yes.
on good events that have great turnouts
Right.
for the
And
community.
go to good causes.
But
Right,
like you said
absolutely.
though, and we get this a little bit because we're a low income situation over here. But people start shooting us messages, hey, would you love to sponsor this? And we don't want to
We're
say
poor.
no. So we start saying yes. And then about 8 yeses later, something else comes up and you're like, well, damn, we've already spent this much money.
Yeah.
And you
right,
got to tell
right.
this person no. And maybe that's the one you really should have done or really wanted to do. So it's good that y'all,
Well,
got
to
people
be
that are like, hey, don't not tell me.
Yeah.
Please tell me.
Yeah,
But to
exactly.
be honest with you, that as an organization, we have run into that before too. Because years where this thing is not as big, or before we had the bar, it limits to what we can do throughout the year. So the better these things are, the more we can
Right,
do for
give
the city.
back.
So it's
Yeah.
like we're
Correct.
trying to give, but you have 1 year where you break even. It's like,
Really can't give that much.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
but we've always been able to
Exactly.
to help out as much as we can. But when we have the good years, we help out more.
What's it
So-
like? The city government over in Pascagoula, are they pretty easy to deal with? They're always on board.
Oh,
and
they're
stuff?
absolutely they're.
That's important.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely on
They're-
top. Because like I said,
Well, we just did a little project that it's actually a city building at the Enola Club.
yes,
It's city owned, but of course budgets are all tied around, and they called
Mhm.
us about doing a little work on. It's like a community building,
right.
And we did some repairs on that, and that's kind of
Oh, they
some
see
of the
stuff like
smaller
that and they
stuff.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as
And
far
we
as
said,
like
we handle it,
as-
we'll go up there and handle it.
they're actually reaching out to us. They're like, hey, we know your event's coming up. Don't forget to fill out this paperwork.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, but yeah, they're always willing to help us. So
Not to get too like soapboxy, but like people, you watch the news nowadays and it'll just make you super depressed and it's like it's crazy or whatever.
Right.
But I think people, if you listen to this, like you got to realize, like start in your community first, right? Like you
Yeah,
can't fix the
that's
federal
exactly
government. You can't fix. I mean, you can go out and vote.
I
Obviously,
wish we
please.
could. Fix
I wish.
the federal
Well,
government.
okay. Let me rephrase that. You can
Yeah.
fix it, but it takes a lot longer.
see how
and
much
it's-
it costs to fill my boat up today?
yeah, exactly. But it's a lot longer of a process, and you're a lot further removed. But what you can do quickly, and what you should be doing, is focusing on. And we saw it through all this craziness with the school boards and the FBI targeting parents
Right.
that reached out. Like, get involved in your community, get involved with your local school boards, know who your local municipalities, who's running the show over there. Make sure you vote in those elections because they're not as
Yep.
sexy for whatever reason, but they influence your life.
That's
way,
where it starts.
way more,
Yes,
way
right.
more.
Yeah, that's
way
where
more.
it starts.
You know,
right there.
if you got a good city leader, mayor, however your city's set up, or
Right,
your
right.
county or whatever, you should know who represents you and what they're doing and hold them
Have their
accountable.
number.
Start there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Start there. So I'm glad to hear
Absolutely.
Pascagoula is easy-ish
Yes.
to work
Correct.
with, as any
very
government could
much
be.
so. Yeah, they've always been very helpful with us, and we've been notoriously late for stuff, and they're like, hey,
Don't want to bother you, but
yeah,
I'm
you
like-
missed this again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They always have our
Yeah.
back.
It's
hey,
probably the men's
yeah,
club.
Yeah, right. It's like
So-
she's like they're all men. They
They're
don't-
all men. They don't.
That's
care.
exactly right.
exactly.
You like to phone a friend.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
So y'all got y'all's own building down there too, right?
No,
No,
The
we,
men's club.
No, the Pascagoula Country Club is where we
we
meet.
use the
Okay.
Pascagoula Country Club.
Oh, okay. So y'all didn't. That's not y'all's.
No,
that
no.
barbecue cook-off. What right there? Is that not? Wasn't it right across?
No,
the
Well,
street?
they let us. Who? Jason Poole?
Yeah, it was Jason Poole before they built that stuff there. We used that little
Cubby
the
hole.
little cubby hole.
Right.
That of course it's a lot bigger now, but we used that portion we used that first year. They let us use that, so that wasn't ours.
Okay.
But, it was.
But,
we don't have.
But fortunately, we usually have people that step up like that in the community to
Right.
help us out.
Let y'all
We never
have a
had
meeting.
problem.
That's where y'all have
Yeah.
meetings at and stuff like that.
So yeah.
What's
But the country club is where we've always met, and that's just worked out. And we've debated back and forth about, do we get our own place? And it's an
Overhead.
opportunity.
Yeah,
That's one of those
overhead.
things. It's like
overhead?
if it's like we're raising money to do one thing, well now we're raising money to do another thing. And
Correct.
So
Correct.
it's
That's it.
maybe one day, if this thing carries on and
Well, that brings
so-
up another thing. Now you've got a place over there right on Pascagoula River, right, where y'all are
Right.
selling gas, and you've got a really nice setup. I hung out there. I don't know how long ago it was. I'm terrible at time. Was that
Been a
about
few months ago? I guess
Okay.
a couple of months
Could have
ago.
been 6 years. I don't know. I really don't. But it's a nice place. Trying to fill a void, right, in the community, right?
Yes,
You can
yes.
pull up and get gas.
Where
Shoot me the name again because I already forgot.
Well, it's Lighthouse Marina right now.
Okay.
And we're the only place on the East River that you can fuel up.
Okay.
And we've got live bait and cold drinks and
Yep.
ice and beer and all that. And we're on the verge of getting our kitchen approved by the health department.
Oh, how
I
fun
wish
has
I
that
could
been?
tell you when,
Yeah.
but hopefully
Yeah.
it's right here.
Yeah.
It's close.
Yowzer.
But it's right where Old Clark Seafood was, if you know where that is, or Scranton's Park.
Yep.
But yeah, it's the first time, I don't know, well, since the hurricane, since O'Sullivan's went down after the hurricane, anywhere on the East River you can buy fuel.
Right. And y'all got a nice dock where you can pull up and hang out and
Yes.
get your fuel, get your bait, whatever you need, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Y'all are gonna do live events like music, hangouts, and stuff like that.
We are.
Y'all
We
sell
are.
alcohol down there, right?
Yeah, we sell beer. We don't have our liquor permit yet.
Okay.
We're waiting after the kitchen opens up.
Right.
And then we're gonna have a little bar restaurant there, and we'll get our liquor permit after that. But yeah, you pull up, get beer and ice and whatever you need for your boat.
Love it, dude. I
We
love
need
it.
to put some brown water merch in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
for
need
sure.
to.
For sure. Yeah. It's a.
I think we
it's-
talked about that.
Yeah,
I think
we
we
did.
did. I think we did. It's a really nice place in Pascagoula River, man. It's something about that place.
awesome.
It really is. We went. This has been years ago, but it's funny because like during the winter, you can go Pascagoula River and fish and catch speckled trout in one cast and then green trout in the
Bass,
next.
right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's funny.
Yeah.
I'd have never thought, but it's tons of
But
alligators.
you got to
over there.
watch where you're going, though.
What you mean?
It
What?
goes from
Oh,
30
yeah,
feet
no,
to
no,
2
no,
feet
for
in
sure,
about
for
5
sure.
I was
seconds.
going to ask you if you ran into something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're running underneath the bridge. Whoa, wide open.
Oh, you talking about on your boat?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about
And
that.
it's like we're fixing to get into the main river. And I'm like, oh, there's no way it
we
could
were-
be shallow here.
No, we were going parallel with the interstate.
Right.
The interstate
Oh,
bridge, right?
yeah,
we were
yeah, you
going
could-
slow. We were going slow.
Yeah, you can
And
end
then
up-
it's like if we'd have been a foot over, we'd have been fine. But underneath the water, it wasn't exposed. Literally, like the whole boat just went. And we're like, what? And we're like rocking it, trying to get it off. It's a big clay
It's
bar.
like from here to this wall. I'm like, it's 10 feet here
Yep,
and
and-
1 foot there. How does that work?
It was funny, man. It was like, but luckily we were going
Yeah,
slow. It didn't tear
yeah,
nothing
no,
up.
yeah.
It didn't tear nothing up. But yeah, that's how it is over there for
It
sure.
is.
For sure.
I've seen quite a few. There's a couple places up that river that if you don't, you just have to know.
You
It's
just have to know.
I've
And we
seen
don't fish it enough.
I've
No,
seen
we don't,
people
and that's why I get nervous.
barely-
Like if it's the waters I don't know.
I mean, there's channel markers for a reason in some of those places.
But there wasn't none there.
Yeah, there wasn't one
There
there.
ain't no
I'm just
channel
saying,
markers there.
like, when you're in the main river, and there's a couple of sections where the bar comes way out there.
Yes.
If you could see like a big stump stuck way over there, that's
Don't go
shallow.
there.
Yeah.
Or a big flock
Yeah.
of birds. They're
Yeah.
not necessarily swimming. They might be standing right
Exactly.
there. Yeah,
I mean,
so
I've
know
seen
that.
people just
Yep.
I'm
Right on top of it.
Yeah.
You need help.
Hey,
No.
don't feel bad. We've seen barges get stuck around those same bends.
Yeah.
And the
We didn't
shallow-
get stuck. We just had to
Yeah, we just had
wobble.
to, wobble with it.
Yeah.
Shake it, shake
So,
it.
what are the lines on this tournament? Can we fish outside of Mississippi waters?
Oh,
Is it
glad you
only
brought
Mississippi
that up.
waters?
It's actually it's Mississippi waters. Yeah.
Only.
Now, obviously, when you get out for the offshore stuff, you're getting the federal waters.
Correct.
So that your offshore categories are federal waters.
Did y'all do like got to launch from Mississippi? That's how we do in our tournament. You got to at least launch from Mississippi Port and then
To
come
be
back
honest
in.
with you, we just said you got to fish in Mississippi waters.
okay.
Okay.
So
yeah, that's fair.
yeah.
That's
So
fair.
you can't run to Mobile Bay, you can't run any of that.
Once again, where's the pendants? That's one thing we didn't think about.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't come up with that. I can guarantee you. That was Chris Barlow.
Hey, I saw
and-
Chris Barlow today on Deer Island.
Yeah,
he came and hung out
and
with us
David
for a little
Q, and
bit.
they schooled us on all. They were part of it year one, and they let us know all that stuff. I'm like, oh, I never thought about that.
telling you, every year you learn something.
Right.
Oh yeah. Where do you launch from? Because ours, we don't care. We're like, as long as you launch from a Mississippi, port, and then return there, we don't care if you're gonna catch sheep's head. Go if you want to go to Florida. Go. Right. Just let us know. I want to see
If
your
you
fuel
make
gauge.
it back,
If you made it back, let us know. That'd be cool.
It says, we said Mississippi waters. I guess if you launch, say if you launch from Grand Bay, Alabama, and you go fish in Mississippi waters, you're legal.
Yeah. It's just keeping them honest,
Right.
where they stopped in between.
That's
so,
the biggest thing.
but, that's
So I can launch in Pascagoula, run to Mobile Bay, and catch a triple tail, come back to Pascagoula.
no. He said Mississippi
No,
water.
Just don't
Gotta
tell
be
anybody.
Okay.
For all
We'll edit that out. That's not gonna be in here no more. We'll edit that out.
So
of the
it's got to
podcast.
be fish has to
Damn.
be harvested
now,
in
for
Mississippi
your
water.
offshore categories, obviously
You can hit federal waters. Right.
So-
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. That's pretty clear. That's clear as mud. What gentlemen, what else y'all got? Anything else coming up, throughout the year, the rest of the end of the year? I know this is y'all's big event. You said that, but
the
barbecue will be right.
Next
As
thing
soon
will be
as
the
this is over,
barbecue.
we'll jump right hard into the barbecue.
What is you have a hard date set on that or
It's 22nd of October.
okay?
Oh,
All right.
It's my birthday, 19th.
So that's not your birthday.
That's right after it.
Okay. All
So
right.
we
I
can
like how you
start
said that.
drinking. We can start drinking from the 19th to
19th to the
22nd.
22nd. All right. Now that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I like
Well,
that.
you
I
got to do
that.
like the women. You got to have a birthday
all week.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
week. Yeah.
birthday month.
Well, I mean, he's already
Yeah.
drinking White Claw. He's got
Yeah.
a birthday month.
Might as well.
Look at him.
I'm sorry, man.
Look at him. Pascagoula Men's Club purse.
Yeah. I want a fanny pack.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
drove the bus and back
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
But no, listen. If y'all are listening, watching, whatever, if you've never been to the kickoff, man, come drive over, make that long pilgrimage to Pascagoula. All you Ocean Springs people, drive over that bridge and go check it out because it's a damn good event. I want to mention something too before we wrap things up. The UFO category. That was whose idea was that? I want to know.
Yeah.
Whose idea was
That
that?
was mine.
You're a
Was it?
genius.
Yeah.
Seriously?
You're a genius.
You're a damn genius.
You're a
I'll give you
genius.
that. That was your idea?
Yeah.
That was
Genius.
really, really good. I've told everybody that I've talked to about us doing one. I was like, they had a UFO category, unidentified food object, based off of the Calvin Parker.
Yeah.
And
And he was
Hickson.
the judge. For
So it started with so Calvin Parker was our honorary weighmaster.
Okay.
At the fishing rodeo, and we
Okay.
had so much fun with him. We're like, how can we get him involved again? It's like, so. He's like, how about we have a UFO category? And I was like, and we can let him taste it.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
He
Yeah.
was a judge.
So yeah,
The first year, and I think his health wasn't right, for the second year.
yeah.
So
So great guy though, man.
Yeah,
Great.
great
If you guys
guy.
if ever get an opportunity to talk to
He-
him, just
he-
Oh, we would love
super
to.
guy.
He was on our buddy Jordan and Matthew. He was on Jordan and
Yeah.
Matthew podcast and talked about it. And I work with, so I don't remember his first name, but Hickson was the guy that was with him.
right.
His nephew worked with me at the hospital. Davis Hickson.
Right.
Davis is 70 years old now, so the other
Right.
Hickson would have been way older than that. But I've heard the story. It's a wild story, man.
It's a wild
It's
story.
a wild
Ooh.
story. And then whatever happened, I don't think them dudes were lying.
No,
So
that's-
whether or
that's
not it
something-
was, I don't know, LSD trip or
that's
some kind
something-
of government program or it was aliens,
they
I don't
believe
know.
what they saw. I
They
can tell you
believe that it happened.
So,
Alien.
Yeah.
yeah, when
so-
one of the events that wasn't ours, that was like auctioning off a fishing trip with. I was like,
yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I don't,
Great guy.
I don't want anybody
Yeah.
showing up trying
No.
to pick what they pick
Yeah.
up what they left
Yeah,
back in the
fishing
day.
in
Yeah.
daylight
Yeah.
with Calvin.
Beat me up, Scotty.
That's right. That's right. Gentlemen, man, did we miss anything? I feel like we covered it. Is there anything else y'all want
What's
to shout
the
out?
Facebook page? You see, I see the Facebook link. on
Yeah,
there.
it's Pascagoula Men's Club. Yeah, it's just Pascagoula Men's Club.
Yeah,
Facebook
Pascagoula
page,
Men's
yeah.
Club.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, look them up.
So-
How about joining? What if somebody wants to join the club?
Come down and see us. Talk to us.
Okay.
We
The tournament would be a great place to go talk to you.
We
That would
always
be a great
We always
place for
encourage
that.
people to come down and talk to us, and then we'll kind of set you in the right direction as far as coming to a meeting and coming and see what because
meeting everybody.
meeting everybody and get so it's
Do y'all? Is it year round? You allow people in, or is there certain times?
no
Nope.
it's year round.
I love it.
So most of the club will be there Saturday.
Yeah,
It's
most of the- if they're not working,
They better
they'll
be.
down.
They better
If
be.
you're listening, you
Yeah.
better be.
Yeah,
down
you
there.
better be there.
That's right. I love it. I love it. Well, yeah, dude, that's great. Great event, great cause. Y'all are doing good things for the community
Awesome.
in a great city, Pascagoula, man. Anybody that's never been over there, go check out the tournament. It's going to be this Saturday.
And we'll be out there.
Yeah,
Or I'll be out there. Jared's got to be at work.
Well, I'll be there unless the citizens of Pascagoula, Jackson County need any anesthesia services, and then I'll be at the hospital working. But we'll figure that out.
I'll be there.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
wish you guys could live broadcast from down there.
Oh,
I
we can
can.
set it up.
Yeah,
Well, the
I
only
can do it.
problem is what is there a hardline internet connection and or what's the cell phone reception like? If it's
See,
an
If the cell phone's good,
Yeah.
we could stream it.
and we will
Yeah,
for
I'll
sure.
do that. I'm not scared.
So
You're just like,
We'll have you plenty of white claws.
I don't want any
Yeah,
more
yeah,
damn
yeah.
White Claws. I've already
Yeah.
shamed enough on this
Yeah,
episode. I don't want any
please,
more.
dear God, don't let him
Can I
drink
get
White Claw.
can I get some whiskey, please?
Yes. But seriously, stop drinking White Claw. Gentlemen, thank y'all for stopping by here today, man. Everybody
appreciate
listening,
you
go check
having
them out.
us.
Pascagoula Men's Club on Facebook. The links in the comments below. If you're watching online, click on that. Register for the tournament. Go down there and win some money. Have a good time. Fish the tournament. And if y'all keep watching, we'll keep doing these episodes, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yep.
Yep, absolutely.